up the play.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Now let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Set.
He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we... Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the 2nd quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Holding offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Keenum. And his throw's going to be incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Keenum going to throw. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. You can count his carries on 1 finger. They've only given him the rock 1 time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
From the 50, it's Keenum. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And an alley to run. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Keenum. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Keenum. And that'll be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2 incompletions haven't moved them any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. To the air again, Keenum. And that will be incomplete as well. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.